off. The VA takes the opening tip. Dotterwich pulls over to Dillon up and for the quick 2 points. Start the game off strong for the Cardinals. Bringing the ball up. Under Bakke. Cardinal defense stop him out. Drive in. Similar to the other side. Quick, pretty easy layup for the Cougars. Dillon trying to get the ball across the center line into Dockestool. They're getting covered back out to Dotterwich. Over to Dockestool for a 3, just off the mark. Rebound by the Cougars. Talsrud brings it up, out to the top of the key to Under Bakke, who takes a 3 by Larson off the mark, off of a Cardinal. Cougar ball. Inbounded by Under Bakke out to Talsrud. Sets up the offense. Kicked out for a 3, and that one's good by Tyler Larson. Dotterwich over to Dockestool as they deal with this full court press. Hayden gets it across over to Dotterwich, back to Dockestool, looks underneath.
Run it.
Coach calls run the play. Dotterwich throws it down the lane, intercepted by Eichen. 3 from the baseline is missed, and rebound by Dockestool gives to Dotterwich. No pressure on this offensive theory run. That is out top the key. Foxhoven thought about driving, but met defense. Dillon with a little fancy dribbling was stopped as he drove. Dotterwich takes a 3 because of the shot clock call. 10. Dotterwich takes a long 3 off the mark. Oh, we got a couple people down. Good hustle there by Katerlich off of a Cougar. So Katerlich will inbound the ball for the Cardinals as they set up their play. Dillon gets open, looks underneath to Dotterwich, drives the lane, off the glass, too strong. Rebound, and a quick transition layup by the Cougars. Back to the full court press. Dotterwich fakes the pass, gets across the center line. Dillon met with some tough defense, drives down, loses the handle. Foxhoven gets jump ball called. And arrow is to Cougar, of course. Under Bakke will bring the ball up for the Cougars. Awaiting him at the top of the key is Dotterwich.
2-7, Mike.
Good move down lane, kicked out. Oh, good hand movement there by Dotterwich. Got the ball off the arm from behind, and turnover caused by that.
Hey, get organized. Get back to the point.
Foxhoven thought about it, but coach talked him down from that. Coach Foxhoven surveys the offense, looks for a spot, looks to drive. Back out to Dillon. Call for the offensive foul. Hayden Dillon called for the offensive foul as he drove the baseline. Talsrud brings the ball up for the Cougars. Waiting for him at the top is Hayden Dillon. Good defense by the Cardinal, not letting anybody drive. Underbaki is looking for someone underneath. It's not there, and he still tried, and Hayden Dillon picks off that pass. Looks for an open Cardinal. Good ball moving on the top. Dockestool takes a long shot and is off of a Cougar. He didn't think so, but Katerlik on the baseline will inbound for the Cardinals. Looking for someone, lofts one up, but Dillon the only one that sees it. So a nice pass down underneath. Very nice play there. Katerlik finishes with an easy 2. There's also a quick transition layup bucket and the foul. And we'll take Hirschberger to the line. That foul was on Katerlik. Katerlik gets the rebound from that free throw that was missed. Goderwich brings the ball up. Larson defends him at the top of the key. Over to Foxhoven. Oh, he's taking the long 3, and there it was. Nothing but net by Foxhoven. Here comes the transition. BA's got to get ready for that ball to get down there quick. They've given a couple of easy points because of that. Looks like we got a foul on Cardinals. That would be on Dockestool. So Aiken makes his first free throw. And misses on that one, but they get the Cardinal kick out for a 3. That comes up short. Dillon missed it, but got it on the bounce. He's defended well by the Cougars. And Foxhoven gets the rebound and all that mess, but is unable to get that to go, but draws the foul. So he'll go to the line.
34 on your 2.
Cougars. Foul committed by Cale Aiken. Foxhoven will shoot 2. And hoping for the home court roll, it just wouldn't roll over.
1.
A little more on the second one, nothing but net. 9-8, Cougars lead.
9.
Underbaki brings it up, met by the Cardinal defense. Dockestool squared up against his person. Trying not to let anybody inside. They're looking to get it down underneath. Good defense by Katerlik. 3-pointer by Tyler Larson is good. Full court press. Goderwich passes that a little bit too high and strong for Dockestool, who can't handle it. Quick transition. A little contact underneath there, nothing called. BA comes out with that rebound. Dillon brings it up over to Katerlik. Looking to go underneath, drive baseline. Cougar defense won't let that happen. Goderwich looking to drive, kicks back out to Katerlik. Back to Goderwich on the baseline, takes a 3, and there's nothing but net. Keeps it to a 1-point game. Cougars up by 1. Cougars looking to move the ball around and find something underneath. Looks like in the scramble, Mabel-Canton Talsrud gets called for the foul down underneath. Loose ball fall. Hayden Dillon will inbound. Looks like they're up against a full court press again. So Dockestool will bring it up. Try not to get trapped over in that corner. Does a good job of moving that out. Dillon back to Dockestool with one hand across the line. And the scramble for the ball. It was called a white ball. Cougars will inbound. Underbaki will inbound that. He'll throw that into Eichen, who brings it up while Dakastool waits for him. Drives down. Kicks out to Underbaki. Trying to get it underneath. Xander Smith defending that. A three-pointer attempted and missed. Rebound Dodderwich. Brings it up. Throws it over to Dakastool. Looking to drive the baseline. It was there for a second, but very nice move there to get underneath and get the easy bucket to take the lead. 13-12 Cardinals. Trying to, BA coach is trying to strengthen up that defense a little bit. Three ball up. Too strong. Dodderwich will bring the ball up after Catterlick rebounds that. Oh, very tough shot from Dodderwich as he drove the baseline. Kind of had to throw it over the back of the backboard a little bit. And very nice. Well earned 2 points. Baseline drive by Eichen is off of a Cardinal, out of bounds. So Underbaki will inbound on the baseline for the Cougars. Looking to get underneath. Off the glass by Larson for the easy bucket. Hayden Dillon trying not to let that to get trapped in the corner. Almost gave up an easy one there, but Dodderwich was able to grab it and get it across the center line. A foul is going to be called on the Cougars. Number 34, Eichen. I believe that's his second. Dillon will inbound. Coach Friesen calls out some numbers. Gets a play in there that he wants. Dodderwich sets it up. Sends it over to Dakastool, back to Dodderwich. Looking to drive, and a very nice pass just over the defender to Dakastool, back to Dodderwich. Foxhoven chases that down, throws it back across center line to Dakastool, gets his pocket picked, and an easy layup by Larson for the Cougars to take the 1 point lead. Foxhoven to Dodderwich, who's close through there but not able to get that with a tough cross. Transition drive by Hirschberger for the lay-in. 18-15 Cougars. Dakastool brings the ball up. Passes over to Dillon. Back to Dodderwich. Looking down underneath. Has his pass intercepted. Mabel-Canton's got a little run here. Underbaki brings it over. And Mabel-Canton coach is trying to get the timeout, but jump ball called. That should be Cardinal ball. We got some substitutions going on here. Dakastool gets a little rest. Dillon will timeout called by Coach Friesen. Okay, after that be a timeout. Dillon inbounds to Dodderwich, who brings up with no pressure this time. Looks around, someone to pass to, over to Dillon. Canton defense doesn't make anything easy at this point. Dodderwich to Catterlick, over to Dillon. Quick move, back to Dodderwich, back to Catterlick. Dodderwich takes the long three and nothing but net. Oh, a little pressure put on by Hayden Dillon. Drive in by the Cougars is off the mark a little bit. Be a Cardinal rebound. Dodderwich to drive, loses the handle. Now a fast break for Mabel-Canton, who high off the glass over Dylan for a nice bucket. 2018 Cougars. Hudson Dillon looks to get it into Catterlick, who's back out to Dodderwich for another three just off the mark. A couple of Cardinals both get the rebound. Catterlick back to Dodderwich. Look down underneath. Catterlick takes the three, just a little short, and rebounded by Tyler Larson of the Cougars. Cougars a quick transition. At three by Darren Hirschberger, who we've seen down underneath, but he's hit a couple threes here now. Coach Friesen calls out to get after him a little quicker to put a little pressure on him. That pass by Dylan to Catterlick's a little bit too high and out of bound turnover by the Cardinals. Talfrud passes in to Underbaki, who brings it up. Dodderwich waits for him at the top of the key. Xander Smith defending. A nice little move in there by Wagon-Ness to come underneath and get that layup. Dodderwich over to Catterlick, back to Dodderwich, who takes a really long three, off the mark there a little bit, rebounded by the Cougars. They like to push that ball up the court fast. Xander Smith called for the kick, but likely prevented an easy basket as a cutter was coming underneath that to get that pass for a layup. So quick feet by Xander Smith. Inbound by Cougars Underbaki. Finds Hirschberg along the baseline, but the VA defense stops that. A three is taken and off the mark a little bit, but rebound by the Cougars. Another three, and that one, Tyler Larson gets that one. 28-18. Up to a quick takeover of the lead here from earlier when the Cardinals actually led not that long ago. That shot by Dacus-Tool is off a little bit. Rebound by Dylan, back to Dodderwich. Takes a tough jump shot. Off the mark. Rebound by Hirschberger. Back over to Larson for another three. Another wide open three. Dodderwich over to Dacus-Tool. Over back to Dodderwich. Down underneath on the baseline to Catterlick, who takes a little baseline. Oh, he hit the rim twice. Couldn't find the net. Pushed up by Hirschberger. Out to Underbaki, who takes a three and misses. Rebounded by the Cardinals. Dodderwich brings it up. Finds Dylan to pass to down underneath the Dacus-Tool. Nice job finding that pass. Seeing him down there, but just a little bit too slow, and the defense would be able to react. Rebounded there nicely by the Cardinals after that drive by number one Talfrud, who's pretty quick, get down underneath there with all those big guys, but going over to Catterlick to Dodderwich, who hops through, draws the foul. That'll send Dodderwich to the line.
Dusty, they show how many points they're scoring on the scoreboard.
First free throw by Dodderwich is successful. That's 9 points for Dodderwich. He was leading the Cardinals at this point with 9, a bunch of players with 2. Dockestill fights for that rebound, but Cougars come up with that. Tall Fruit underneath, kicks out to number 20. Wiedemann comes in and puts up a 3 right off the shoot, and Dockestill down underneath. That to Lanners. Foul committed by Larson. That's his first foul. Dillon to inbound, throws that over to Dockestill, takes the baseline 3, just a little bit strong. Here comes the Cougars in transition again. Defense 3 off the mark by Wagoness, rebounded by 14. Lanners, who misses the shot and going for the rebound. Dockestill causes a foul. That's his second foul. He leads the Cardinals with 2 fouls. We're not doing too bad when it comes to the foul.
I don't think that's right. 34 is coming back in. Number 2 says.
That's number 2. Larson misses that 3-pointer. He has 16 points on this night. He's been pretty hot. Dockestill takes that 3, just a little too long. Rebounded by Cougar. Come up quickly in transition again. And here's Larson again. And that one he hits. That puts him at 19 points, leading all scorers by far. Dodowich, the next scorer. Dillon. Over to Lanners, who's looking for some help all the way across court to Dockestill, who off on the 3. Down at the baseline, gets the rebound, had to kick it in, but it was picked up there by number 4, Underbaki. That ends up being BA ball after all of that. Hayden Dillon, inbounds to Dodowich. Coach Friesen tells his players to look inside a little bit and try to get something a little bit easier down underneath there. Well, supposedly easier, not always. Dillon drives in, a little line drive shot off the mark. Rebound, Cougars. That pass was made by a Cougar to a Cougar that wasn't looking, and Brecken Katerlich grabs that, gets it to Hayden Dillon for the easy bucket. I call it easy. It's not easy, but he made it look easy. Tony Larson for the flat-footed 12-footer is off the mark. Rebound Cardinals. Dillon throws underneath for, very nice over the head layup by Dockestill there. We got Cardinals have found a little life here to try to close this gap up a little bit. Dockestill playing tough defense there. They're letting them play a little bit. Cale Eichen hits a 3-pointer for the Cougars. He's got 5 now. Only have 1 scorer in double digits at this point, and it's on the Cougars. BA will inbound the ball. Katerlich has it down where we can't see him and gets that into Lanners. Over to Dockestill, flips it down underneath the Dodowich, looks to drive, spins around with a left-handed hook, just off the mark a little bit, just a little strong. Dockestill meets, good defense, meets Eichen as he drives the lane, disrupts the ball, and Eichen kicks it out of bounds, so with 14 seconds left. The Cardinals will bring the ball up. Hayden. Oh, the pass was a good pass underneath, other than it hit the rim. Otherwise, Landers was there. That layup. All right, here we go. The second half of this Mabel-Canton Cougars against Bethlehem Academy Cardinals. It's Cougar ball to start out with. A long pass kicked out to Talsrud. Did not take the shot. Back to Underbaki. Back to Talsrud for the three that was too strong. Dotterwich met with a little resistance, but that changed as he brings the ball up. Over to Dockestool, down underneath the Lanners. Looked underneath, nobody there. Back to Dockestool. Catterlick kick back out to Dotterwich for the open three, and he hits it to start off. A good start for the Cardinals. That's what they needed. Dylan gives a little resistance and comes up with the turnover. Down underneath the Catterlick, who draws the foul as he tries to get that layup in. That's on Eichen. I believe that's his third. Now take Catterlick to the line to shoot two. And he rattles in the first one. That gives Mr. Catterlick 3 points as he goes for number 4 here for the game. And there it is. That puts him tied with a couple other Cardinals for number 4, and Dotterwich has 12 points, leading scorers for the Cardinals. As Dotterwich watches the ball on defense, defending the top of the key. Dylan. Cardinals look like they must have had a little defensive talk, putting up a little more resistance to make the buckets a little bit tougher for Canton, but Hirschberger was able to still get that one to go. Lanners passes to Dockestool, back to Lanners, over to, nice pass over to Dotterwich, just back to Dockestool for the long open three, and he nets nothing but net. A couple threes here to start off for the Cardinals. Underbaki comes down and doesn't get a lot of resistance until he hits the lane. It gives a nice pass to Talsrud, who comes flying into the lane for the 2-point bucket. Dockestool drives, loses the handle. Talsrud drives all the way down, a little too strong on that layup. And out of all that melee, Dotterwich comes up with the ball. Met with a little resistance there by Eichen. Dylan for 3 from the baseline. The threes are coming alive. That's 7 for Hayden Dillon. Dockestool has 7. With a shot from the baseline by Larson on a rare miss by him. Rebound by the Cardinals. Dotterwich brings it up, met by a couple of defenders. Dockestool underneath. Nice pass down to Catterlick, who puts up a nifty little shot over the shoulder for a rare underneath basket by the Cardinals. That's good to see. They need to keep working that. Dylan defending Talsrud. Oh, there's a block by Lanners. And a foul.
That's what made it happen. 4. White. 2. Oh yeah. He's already gathered his stuff.
Dotterwich draws the foul. And hits his first free throw. That's 13 for Dotterwich as he looks for point number 14 of the game right here. Yeah, a little too long. Rebound by the Cardinals, who pushed the ball up real quick, as they have been. Out to Hirschberger, who is met by some Cardinals, so we can't just take the shot. Out to Larson, over to Underbaki. Drives the lane, met by Dotterwich. He spins around, a nifty little move for a quick 8-10 foot jump shot. Timeout, Cougars. Okay, we're back after the Cougars timeout. CA inbounding, attempting to. A little resistance here by the Cougars. Dillon brings it up, gets it across the line. Pass it over to Catterlick, who slows it down a little bit, gets it to Dockestool, back out to Dotterwich. Back underneath the Catterlick to Dillon, back to Catterlick. Dotterwich looks for a place to go with it. Catterlick, Dockestool at the top for 3, off the mark a little bit. Rebound by Cave. Mabel-Canton.
Get low, get low.
Cardinals coaches are directing their defense to get low. Catterlick goes up. Catterlick goes up for the rebound and draws the foul by Larson. As inbound by Hayden. Sends that to Lanners, who does a nifty little job of getting out of a bunch of traffic and banks one in for 2. Cougars looking here to try to slow down the Panther. That's a little bit strong. Catterlick comes up with that rebound. Dotterwich to Dillon. To Catterlick at the top for 3, and it falls. There's a home court bounce there for Catterlick, who's brought this lead down to 6 points by the Cougars. A little extra life in the Cardinals' legs. And that jump shot is off, rebounded by the Cardinals. Catterlick brings the ball up, met by Larson, over to Dockestool. Thought about the long 3, but instead he'll drive the baseline for a nifty little layup. So down to a 4-point lead here for the Cougars. Underbaki brings the ball up as Dotterwich waits for him. Passes out to Eichen, looking to drive underneath. Back out to Larson for 3. A little short. Rebound by Underbaki underneath. Underbaki calls for his teammates to get down here to put a little pressure on. Larson, or Dillon to Lanners, who gets his own rebound and causes the jump ball. So he had a couple opportunities, but at least he ended up causing the jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Cardinals, so Catterlick will inbound from the baseline. Referees discuss something.
Shot clock.
Shot clock. Gotcha. So shot clock is at 20 here. Catterlick looks to throw it in. It is blocked by Eichen, back right out of bounds, and we'll do it again.
On screens.
Then he gets it in that time to Dotterwich with 19 seconds on the shot click. 16 seconds, and that ball is hit from behind by Cougar, out of bounds. So Catterlick will inbound from this side of the bucket at the baseline, looking for someone to get it to. There's Dotterwich. He was met with some resistance in the lane and runs down and followed by, I believe, Catterlick on Hirschberger as he went to shoot. Well, they called that foul on Dillon. Shooting 2 will be Hirschberger for Mabel-Canton Cougars. Swishes that first one. That puts him up to 10 points, so the Cougars have 3 people in double digits now. And the Cardinals are sitting with 1. It hits the second. 52-44 is the Cougar lead. Dylan passes over, gets it across the lane. Dockestuel drives in down to Cadillac at the baseline. Dodderwich runs over and wants that ball. Off the mark a little bit. There's a transition. And Dodderwich commits the foul. Talfrud will go to the line. That's Dodderwich's first foul. So not a bad foul. That was going to be easy 2. Make him earn it here, and he gets one of his 2s.
1 for 1.
And he makes both of them, so made him earn it. Not a bad foul. Cardinals looking to bring the ball up. Over to Dodderwich, up to Dylan. So they're going to call a foul on Talfrud. And that will have Hayden Dillon inbounding the ball for the Cardinals. Into Lanners, who passed it out to Dodderwich to set something up here. Dockestuel at the 3-point line, comes open behind the screen by Dillon. Nothing there. Cougar defense is swarming. There's Lanners underneath. And took him a little bit to turn around. Didn't get the bucket, but did draw the foul.
White, 24.
That's on Hirschberger. That's his first foul. I'll take Lanners to the line. Zach Lanners. A little short on that first shot. Puts a little bit more on the second one, and that's a little bit too much. So the Cougars come down with that rebound, and it is met by a couple Cardinals on defensive transition. Well, we got kind of a scramble here for the ball, and white ball.
14 red. Push. White.
Lanners gets called for that foul as they dive for the ball. We have a substitution here for the Cardinals. Looks like we got Lane Hammer coming in, giving Zach a little bit of a rest. Cardinals adjust to who's covering who as the Cougars bring the ball up here. We got Talfrud bringing it up. Hammer waits for him. Pass down underneath to Hirschberger, who goes up, gets the bucket and draws the foul. That was Dockestuel fouling. That's his third foul. And he completes the 3-point play. 57-44 is the Cougars lead. Dylan brings the ball down. Drives the lane, but that was sealed up pretty quick. Over to Hammer on the baseline, out to Dodderwich. Looks to drive against Underbaki, who defends it nicely. Dylan looks to do the same. Out to Dockestuel, who lines up a 3-pointer, just a little long, and rebounded by Underbaki for the Cougars. Throws down quick underneath to Talfrud, who draws the foul down underneath. That's another foul on Dylan. That's his third. Talfrud makes his first call. Mr. Dockestuel gets a little break. Lanners Landers goes in. Second free throw off the mark. They battle for the rebound down underneath. Catterlick and Wiggs-Ness battle. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Cougars. And they'll inbound from the baseline. Under Bakke rolls into Larson for the open three. He's off. And we got a foul underneath by Wiggs-Ness on the Cougars. That's his second. So Dotterwich will bring the ball up here for the Cardinals. Coach calls out the play that he wants. And pass to Kaepernick. Draws the third foul on Wiggs-Ness. That puts the Cardinals in the bonus, so Catterlick will shoot 2. He hits that first one with ease. And he gets the roll on the second one. 58-46. Cougars lead. That puts Catterlick into double digits and his score. A quick drive by Underbakke makes for an easy layup for him. 60-46 is the Cougars lead. Dotterwich with some nifty dribbling, tries to get an open shot. Catterlick over to Dillon, who looks underneath, gives it to Lane.
No shot, baseline. Number 1. White, number 1. That's a hole.
So they call a foul on Cale Talasrud. That's his third. That brings Lane to the free throw for his first shot is off the mark. And the ref called white ball. The rebound attempt. Underbakke will bring the ball up for the Cougars. Puts the pass down underneath. Catterlick taking care of the underneath defense. But wide open three by Talasrud is short. Dillon comes down with the rebound. Dotterwich brings the ball up unopposed. Catterlick thought about taking it. Dotterwich takes the long three, just off the mark a little bit. Dillon with a nifty little defensive move from behind and throws underneath the 2 cutting Cardinals. Layup is missed. An easy transitional basket by Wiggs-Ness. 62-46 extends that lead. So Dillon looks to drive in, turnaround jump. Oh, it's both rims. Lanes get the rebound and the foul and the bucket.
Bucket's good. White 2. 1 shot.
That foul on Tyler Larson is his third. So the Cougars have 3 individuals with 3 fouls. The Cardinals have 2, just looking at the board, or the people that are in there right now. That free throw completes the 3-point play for Lanners. Underbakke brings the ball up, gets some instructions from his coach. Looks underneath, passes out to Talasrud, looks to drive. Met by a couple of defense. Cutter comes from underneath, but is not able to get that. Lands comes down with the ball. Thankfully, he kept his head from hitting the floor as he fell down in that melee. In transition, the Cougars lost the handle on the ball and be able to inbound that. So we've got Hayden Dillon at the baseline. Looking for someone to throw it into. Launches it out to Dodderwich. None of the cutters were open. Manners with the ball, looks to drive. Gets underneath and draws the foul. That is on Cale Wagness, number 5. That is his 4th foul. Manners' first shot is off the mark. Bodie Wademan for the Cougars makes his entrance into the game with 7:22 left to play in the second period. Manners misses both of them. Dillon tries to get the ball from behind. Cougars coach wants a foul, of course. A drive by Underbach. He draws the foul on Dockestool. That's his 4th foul. So that will bring in Lane Hammer. Give Dockestool a little breather and keep him from getting a foul too soon here before the game's over. Well, 2 attempts at a basket by Hirschberger underneath. Both of them were unsuccessful, but the second one draws a foul by Manners. So that takes him to the line. He's got 14 points already on the night, and there's number 15. But he's the second leading scorer behind Larson for the Cougars. Larson's been at 19 for a while. He's cooled off a little bit here in the second period. But Hirschberger is heated up, so he now has 15 points. Dodderwich brings up. The play is called by the coach and then by Dodderwich. Cardinals run it. Manners to Dillon. Underneath the Katerlich, back out to Dodderwich. Who takes one off the glass. Nice shot for 2. 64-51. Underbach, he brings the ball up. Looks to shoot 3, but Dillon is there to challenge that. Hirschberger at the baseline looking to go, but nowhere to go. And draws the foul by Brecken. Katerlich commits that foul on Hirschberger as he goes to the line with 16 points, looking to make that 17. 65-51. And he hits both of those. Dillon to Dodderwich to bring the ball up. With 6:28 left to play. Katerlich looks down underneath, nothing there. Out to Hammer, over to Dodderwich. Looking to drive the baseline, and down he goes, and just a little short on that layup as he's met by defense. That drive ended in a basket. It appeared, but he was called for traveling. No basket. They all lined up for a foul and a 3-point play, but traveling was called. No basket. Dillon to Dodderwich. Manners thought about the 3, but he did not. And that hook pass is down underneath, and out with it comes Hirschberger. No one's got the ball yet. Hirschberger does get it back, throws it to Larson, over to Underbach, looking at a cutter who was defended nicely by Dodderwich. Back out to Talsrud, underneath for Larson, who draws the foul. That was Lanners committing that foul. That'll take Larson to the line, who still is the leading scorer, but hasn't scored a point since in this second half, and he still has not, as he misses the first of his 2 free throws. Hammer gets a break, and in goes number 1, Lucas Cairn. Larson for his second shot. He still had not scored in this second period. He was really hot in the first period, shooting threes. So they've done something to get on him. Lanners throws up a 3, and he nothing but net on that high arcing 3. 66-54. Underbaki brings the ball up. The Cardinal defense is waiting for him. Tallsrud looks to drive. Back out to number 24. Gets the rebound and puts in the easy bucket for that. He is now the leading scorer for the Cardinals, or for the Cougars. Manners pass underneath the Catterlick, nothing there. Back out to Lucas Cairn. Pass over to Dodderwich, who takes the 3, just in and out. Rebound by Tallsrud. Brings the ball up as Cairn waits for him. He drives around, and Lanners draws the charging foul for the Cardinals. That is his 4th foul, and Coach Friesen for the Cardinals calls a timeout. All right, after the BA timeout, BA will bring the ball up. See what Coach Friesen has dialed up here to try to get this lead back a little more manageable to get back to. Lucas Cairn's pass is defended well by Cougars. That pass underneath the Cairn was off his foot, and coming out of there with it is the Cougars. That ball was mishandled underneath by Eichen, thrown out of bounds, BA ball. Dodderwich will bring the ball up. 68-54 is the lead by the Cougars. Dodderwich. Cairn looks underneath to Lanners. Back to Dodderwich. Over. Attempted to pass it over, but that was intercepted by the Cougars as their coach calls out a play. So we're doing one for the interception, not quite there, but good try. Lanners gets the block shot, and another block shot. Dillon there to receive that. Over to Catterlick, who takes the drive and one as he makes that shot. That foul is on Bodie Wiedemann. That's his first foul. Got a few substitutions going on here. As Mr. Catterlick stands at the line waiting to shoot his free throws here. First one's a little too long off the back of the rim. Rebound by Dillon and up off the rim again. Couldn't get the roll. Pass down to Hirschberger. Back out to Underbaki, who gets it to Eichen. As down to Larson, it goes underneath. And that pass back out is intercepted there by Brecken. Dillon brings it across the center line. Doc is still at the baseline, drives, and his shot is contested, but gets through, but off the rim. Now get the home court roll.
Hey, Katie, in the lane,
Underbaki defended by Dodderwich, looking for a place to go with the ball. Back over to Tallsrud, looking to drive. Kicks out to Larson. 3 is a little short. Coach Friesen wants him to push the ball down, and so there he goes. And Dillon, nice little step back, but the one-handed shot is off the mark. And that will delayed, what you call that, by Hirschberger. Gives him a nice little bucket. 70-56 is the Cougar lead. Katerlich grabs that ball as it launches. Dockestill shots off the mark. Rebound by the Cougars. Tall Shrewd as they slow down. BA coaches are telling their defense to pick them up and let's go. That drive in the lane draws a foul by Katerlich. That is his third. So we have 3 Cardinals out there on the floor with 3 fouls, one with 4 fouls. That shot by Charles Shrewd finds nothing but net. (72-56) is the Cougar lead. Coach Friesen's telling his team that let's go. We got a minute 42. We got to get some buckets here. Oh, that shot is short by Dotterwich. Cardinal ball. Underbaki will inbound that ball for the Cougars as the Cardinals look to pressure that and try to get a turnover here.
Nice job, Lucas.
Cardinals defense looking to get the ball.
Get the ball.
Cougars just looking to move the ball around and
Go for the steal. Gotta get a steal. Go for it, Red. Go. Go. Got break.
Dylan intercepts and gets the roll and the point with one.
Mike, up to hoop. White, 1. Body.
Hayden Dillon awaits the ball to shoot his free throws. First one, that finished the 3-point play. That nothing but net. Cardinals looking to. He has 12 points, now has 13 points for the game, and is the 3rd leading scorer for the Cougars. Second one's off the mark, but rebound by Larson. Back out to Cardinals coach is yelling for his team to get the ball. They're moving the ball. Cougars are moving the ball around quickly and keeping it away from the. But that pass is off, and Brecken was in a good position to get that, but unable to finish. And a rebound by the Cougars. A foul now being called on Laners. That's his 4th. That'll take Nolan Garnis to the line. And swishes that first shot. That's his first point of the game. He just got in not too long ago. And off. Dylan gets the rebound. Coach Friesen calls get going. There's 25 seconds left. Katerlich takes the 3-point. That's a little too strong. Rebound by the Cougars. Coach tells him to lay back, but don't stop playing. They'll let this dribble out and game end. 74-59 is the final score.